Hey, hey, this is Long Story Short. My name is B. Maurice.
And the overly sexy Day Day. Hi, folks.
We're going to switch things up a bit. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. There's so much to talk about.
Oh,
Let's dive
ciao.
right in.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Well, first, let me just say this. Mary Mason is dead wrong for having us that trailer for the next episode, thinking that dinner would be crazy. The dinner would be crazy. It was crazy, but not as crazy as they made it seem last week. I'll say
Especially
that.
for Married to Medicine.
Right. Because they come out the gate swinging every time. So I was a little bit confused. But what I will say is that I did enjoy the five love languages they was doing on the show,
Hmm.
how they presented it. Totally did a good job with that as well. I do feel like Cecil to not know your wife's love language after all these years of marriage, my man, what are you doing? What's happening there? Like how you don't know that? That's a key element in marriage that over 20 years you should know your wife's love language by now.
What's Jackie's husband name?
That's Curtis.
Curtis.
Yes.
Curtis. All right. No words
But
for Curtis, but I'm sure he knew that other girl's love
probably,
language.
which is unfortunate. But that's a whole other story.
Mm,
But what I will say is that it brought light to a lot of things because I do
mhm.
feel like Quan and King's leadership is starting to unfold on the show. They seem a lot more closer last year and this season, maybe because of the whole baby thing or whatnot. They don't seem as close. They seem like they're phasing out. They're out the honeymoon phase and they're going right into the we're about to break up with each other phase. I feel like it's coming now from here on out. It's going to be given this type of attitude because they didn't seem like they were really connected on the beach or in the confessional.
Taking what we know now out of the equation,
Yes.
quite naturally, the audience knows they're not together anymore. And having experienced women that are going through IVF and that hormonal process, it's a roller coaster, to say the least. I feel for Quad. I think they foreshadow a bit in the next episode about how she feels about, having a baby and what she actually wants. Um, and they're going to touch base a little bit in the next episode about why doesn't she want marriage? And it's like, baby, I've been there, done that. I've been married. I didn't have a baby, so I'm not itching
That's
for a wedding. I'm itching for a baby. But to go back to your point, the dinner, he was not interested at all. That love language and acts of service, and even her putting her hands on him and massaging his shoulders, he had checked out. I don't think that he is. I don't think the relationship is unraveling. I think it's that they are two ships in the wind going in two different directions, and it's marked by that dinner.
unfortunate to see another black couple go down the
And
works.
it's sad because Quad actually is into him, but it goes to the point of like he has a baby.
He's
Baby's
done
what,
though.
16? He's
Right.
he had
Yes.
if they didn't have a baby, he'd be fine. They were
Right.
still having sex 15 times a day, they'd be fine. But she really wants a baby, and that's where her energy is, and that's not where he is in life. And so it's unfortunate, but it's time to
It
go.
is. It is. Let's wrap this up and go to the next thing in regards to that. And find love somewhere where you could have the puzzle be together and agree. Because that's not it anymore.
Let's talk about another puzzle that's not together. What's going on with Angel?
Well, before we get to Angel ourselves, let's get with Angel and Toya. Because that love hate thing is unraveling a lot on the show.
Was there any love?
Uh, I thought it was. I guess I was wrong, but I think this is the thing. So with Toya trying to fix her up with her friend, and then her coming at the guy and doing all that, whatever. I do feel like she did break girl code in a way, but I also understand her point behind it. because she said, I have a friend who is serious that wants to be in love and wants to get married and X, Y, and Z. And you said to me, I want the same thing. So had she had told her friend about you and then found out that you were doing Tom, Dick, and Harry everywhere else, he could be like, yo, Toy, what's going on? What'd you do that for me to me? You know what I mean? So I feel like I get
Mhm.
her point there with that. I see both sides, but I do feel like Toya was like saying, like, girl, you told me this and whatnot, and now you're doing this. I'm just confused. Where are we at with this? So maybe it's the wrong time, but I do understand where she was coming from when she had confronted her about the whole dating pool marriage thing with the other guy.
Right. I completely agree with the girl code type shit because if one of my friends did some shit like that, I'd punch him in the mouth. Um, that's just me. Um, but when Toya explained it, like this is family. I'm gonna set you up with a member of my family. If this doesn't
Right.
work out, this nigga got to come to my house and have dinner and complain to me and my husband, and I don't want to hear about it with you being a hoe.
Right.
You need to get that shit out of your system.
Exactly.
Even when she was like, "Oh, I've been married a couple times. I've been engaged several times." Beautiful girl, beautiful
Very.
girl, beautiful job, beautiful scrubs, beautiful wig. To be acting. Recycled from Basketball Wives.
Wait, did you say to be acting? I didn't see the movie, so I can't confirm that. But yes,
You can see how it
continue.
came on. That thing is probably still on Tubi. Go check it out and your local
Oh,
Tubi
hopefully,
app. It's
yes.
free.
It is free though, but
That
yes.
man, let me just say this. If I get on a trip and I'm not well met with a warm welcome or excitement, she let that man downstairs. Are you here? Are you here? Where's my drink? Where's my excitement?
My hug, something.
For this to be a couple's trip, and clearly he didn't come here for Heavenly. He came here for Angel. You put him in a different room. Clearly, y'all have already had sex. Let's cut the bullshit.
Correct.
You've already
Look
done the
past that.
deal. You're not excited. You got to scold the man before he gets there. He's confused that it's a couple's trip. It's just to me not getting main character energy, which is unfortunate because Giselle and um, what's that other Grey Knot Bandit's name? They've already cast you as being recycled. The least you can do is come on here with some energy, okay?
Right.
You're confused, you're confusing him, and he's going off of you. You're not excited, you have no drink for him. Good night. Good night.
When she had said at the dinner that she's been engaged several times and married before, I was just a bit confused because if it's so easy for you to get a man, and I'm not saying that should be you should have a man at every event, whatever, but like
Right.
what's going on to where you're so single at this point? Because like you said, she's a gorgeous woman. Body is bad, great career, she's amazing in that element. What's
Great
happening?
house.
Because if I'm single and I haven't dated in a while, but whenever I say, "Oh, it's work with somebody," I'm like, okay, it can't always be them and not you. You're doing something to where they're reacting a certain way. It's not always going to be on you or them, but it's not all them and not you. So
Was
I
she
feel like
excited when Basketball Wives? I don't recall her being
she was
excited.
dating. She was with. Allegedly, I could be wrong because I remember Tammy said she wanted to go home to her man after the whole brawl at Angel's event
Hmm.
when Jack went and fight her. Um, But I think she was dating someone in the basketball profession at that time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that was that. But I don't think clearly didn't make it very far, which is unfortunate as well.
She got
Um,
two kids out of it, doesn't she?
well, the her youngest child's not with him, I don't think.
Oh,
We don't know the backstory of her kids.
oh,
But she kept that real under wraps, which I think is a great thing. But
like her acting
yes.
career.
Oh, I didn't go that
Anyway,
far, but yes. So I guess that's what it's going to be. But yeah, I just think that he was not very interested in being there. Even when he went to see the guys, he was like, they were like, "Who are you?" didn't remember who he was. His name, nothing at all. Like, why are you here?
Oh,
So like,
speaking of the guys, my God, today. What's the name of Brandy's husband?
oh crap, what's his name?
I don't know his name either, but my God, today.
He's very handsome. He's very handsome.
I
And for any man who would
have to
travel
compose
to see
myself.
his wife for a couple of hours and have to go back to the country and back to the States,
But why
that's
did they? Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
have little kids and they want to go see the kids off to school and all that
No, I
stuff.
get that. But Brandy, if you knew you weren't going to stay there, maybe it was filming and what was cut out, but
Right.
it seemed like she went there, they had a toast, and then she left. And he like asked about something, and it was time to go. It's like, damn,
We're in and
had y'all
out,
been
in and
chilling
out,
for
in and
3 hours
out.
already?
She's on the show. She's obligated to go on the trip. She has to go as a cast member on the trip. She's a friend of the show, but same thing. So I
Oh, is
guess she's
she?
like, well, I came to participate. I came, I showed my face. Now I'm going home. She's like, I'm not here. But yeah, I like her on the show. I mean, I wish we could get more of her, but I guess if she gets made to a main character next season, then we could probably do that. I just hope that she
She
doesn't
needs
give
more
some
help.
energy that your girl Mimi gives, being put to a main member this year.
Mimi can go, her husband can stay. There's something to be said about when people bring work home, and a lot of times psychologists and psychiatrists don't make good friends because I'm not your project bitch. Find something else to study. Go open a book, but do not read
Right.
me.
Right.
I think that her take on Toya was completely wrong. Are you a good friend? Are you a safe friend? The
Yep.
only reason why she's here is because she has those children and she has that husband. The husband's attractive. He's a hoot.
He
She's a
is.
mess. She's boring. She's dry. She can be in the same place as Angel's career, in the trash. However, she's inspiring women around the nation, especially women with special needs. I do appreciate that factor because it adds real life to her. Um, and so shout out to what they're doing for those children. We get to see in real time the struggles of special needs children.
Yes.
So shout out to her for that aspect. Taking the kids out of it, she's boring and she can be demoted to
Or she and
2, 3 episodes at max at a family cookout if you must. They can
she
mic
could be
her
a
up,
guest
but
to the
she can
show.
give nothing. I'm good on her. Good
She could be
night.
a, she could be a guest to the show, not even a friend, but a guest.
Pay her, somebody get her $312 so she can come on this one episode.
Well, she is boring, but we can tell you who's not boring, and that is Miss Dr. Heavenly.
Oh, yikes.
That child, that lady is a piece of work on this show. I don't understand what's going on in her mind. She gets upset with everybody every single day. She attacks everyone on the show every single day, and I'm like, I don't understand.
You
Like
know
you,
what she
you,
has not attacked, though? A diet and workout plan. She got all this work done on whatever reunion that was. She's lost it. She's lost her mind. She does keep the show going. There's a certain je ne sais quoi about her. It's not good. Let's be very clear. She's a
yes,
mess.
sit out, please.
She's
Because
like what I act like on alcohol and on vacation. Just an absolute mess. She's here to shake shit up. The problem is, you're not supposed to be here for a long time, just a good time. She's here for a long time, and she's trying to play politician. It's just not everything is just falling in line for her. Um, just as a disaster. You talk about my dead mama, my mama that died in 2010? Yeah. Ma'am, no.
that's what I'm confused with because people outside the show say she's actually a nice person or she's for her community, and I will say this: it seems she really is. So her going for a congresswoman or whatever she's going for, that's an amazing thing if she has the passion for that. But you
Hmm.
have to relate that to you on TV because we're not seeing you in the office handling things, signing orders, doing this by you doing this. We have that in office right now already, and we don't need that in office. So let's not go behind what the other man is doing. and whatnot. I feel like she probably does play a lot for the camera, and that,
Hmm.
like you said before, it could be good or bad. And in this moment, it's bad because we're seeing you in a bad light all the time, and that's the part that we don't want to see. You have a moment, of course, they all have moments, but she has a moment every single episode for 9 years. It's time to wrap it up and get some going. And I hate to say this, but her husband enabling her is not helping her at all. He says nothing when she acts a fool on TV at
I
all.
think that, I let the women just be the women, and our wives have strong. No, not we're not talking about our wives. We're talking about yours.
Right. Because what their wives don't do is they don't go attacking
Yours.
men on the show. She attacks a man on the show. And luckily, she's on a show where the men actually respect the woman to not respond. Because had she on another franchise or
Which franchise are
VH1,
you referencing?
it wouldn't be a good thing. Because as soon as she said something about somebody's man to their face, they just went off on her. At least Eugene came to them and said, "Hey, Damon, we gotta talk because your wife is taking my wife and now me every single moment is too much." She yells at other men in your face, and you don't sit and say, "Babe, stop, calm down." Now that man called her a bitch to her face, in your face, you'll be mad.
Right,
So
right.
let's calm your wife down. I'm not saying you gotta be rude, but you could check your wife respectfully and say, "Hey, bro, take it easy,
And
take it
he's
down a
done it
notch."
before. He's gotten her out of there.
Yes, but this time he's just letting her have havoc. This week havoc on everybody on the show, whatever it comes to, and it's like, girl, she apologizes the next 1 minute, and then they literally 5 minutes later, she's back to saying the same thing she said, which she said sorry for it before.
Mm. I think that he could be like on Xanax while he's doing all that
He
because
may need to be on
he's
Xanax. Why didn't he may need that because she's a lot. She's a lot, and it's it's getting to be very exhausting. And again, you going into politics, and at this point, you're not showing why people should vote for you by your actions on TV. Now, I'm not saying that every politician is great because clearly that's not the case, but you need to give. You have a lot running against you as a politician. First of all, you're a female. You're a black woman at that. Okay, they already think of black women as hard and rough and aggressive and all these things. So why are you giving them something more to talk about while you're going into campaigning? Because when that comes next, what you going to do on the stage? Say your mama to the reporter?
I just think that I am a firm believer in there's a difference between a show and real life. I think that she's a great person in real life, although I've never met her, but what I hear from Atlanta, which I frequent often, is that she's a great person. Um, I think the politics thing is like number two because that staged council meeting that she had over a bridge in a parking lot was clearly fake.
And it was
Who was
horrible.
there in first of all, it was just in the heat, in the sun. She was saying nothing important. Nobody was paying attention or listening to her. You know, I want to say this, but also she does bring life to the show. If it
Yes.
wasn't for Heavenly, I don't think that we would be this far in. Um, but her antics need to be like what her husband should have done and wrapped it
Like yesterday.
up.
Like don't go past go. Like this, take it down a notch.
Mm.
Because it's exhausting now. At this point, it's like, come on, what's next for you? We can't be still here 10 years later doing the same thing we did 10 years ago.
And here we are.
Going into what, season 12? Hopefully next, I mean, in a few months, and you're still doing this?
What happens on the next episode?
Oh, they're on the beach. They had this summertime with the guys and the girls, and
Oh yeah.
Curtis decides to
Oh
tell King
yes.
about his, why you living with
Oh
your girlfriend without the license
yes.
and stuff like that. And
And he introduces the Bible talk.
yes, someone who should not be doing that. But
Didn't he cheat?
yes, he did. Yes, full blown caught, TMZ, shade room, all that.
How sexual do you think Jack is?
Honestly, I think she probably is a little freak in the bathroom, but Jackie's always so proper on TV that we don't think she is. But
Mm,
those are the ones you got to watch out for in every aspect. She probably, I think Jackie, if she was to get pissed off, like really pissed off, she would snap. But because the cameras are rolling, she never give that light because of her profession, who she is to the world. She's the proper one.
mm.
Simone don't give two shits.
Simone
I'm
is
gonna
my
curse you out
idea
today
of a
and give
crash
birth to a
out.
child tomorrow. Like I do not care about any of this madness. I do not care about any of
Simone
that.
is a crash out. She is what I hope not to be in public because I can go there. Simone goes there. With your raggedy broke ass. What kind of example you set with your raggedy broke ass?
Yeah, she goes there. But I
Man,
respect it because she says it and she's like, "That's who I am." But she ain't lose no patience. She's still making her money.
also the dinner. The way that she called out Mimi and was exact verbatim after they did the playback.
Hmm.
She said, "No, no, this is how you said it, sweetie. I'm only giving it how you gave it." And she gave it exactly like that. So for Mimi to say no was just like
And Simone don't lie.
something's amiss. Something's amiss here.
Simone does
Now,
not lie. Simone tells the truth. She may be loud, a little crazy sometimes, but she does not lie.
mm,
And you made it seem like, oh, I didn't say it that way. You did. And you mad that she brought it back to her friend, which you're dumb for because you know they're very close. So you're going to talk about someone, talk to one of your friends that you're close with, like Heavenly, not Heavenly, because she tells everything. Maybe
everything.
Quad,
Like I don't even understand how they got into that predicament because Simone of all people knew that from previous seasons not to tell her shit.
right? And I guess she clearly just said, okay, whatever, and let it
Mm,
go. But yes, Marriage Medicine was a better episode than the other show
absolutely.
that we will not be
Absolutely.
naming until next
Absolutely.
season. It gave what we needed. It's gonna give the spunk, the excitement, the tears, the love, the crying, whatever. And they're all married. Well, except Angel and Quad. But yeah.
Yikes.
But yes, that was that. And what we have next coming up is Atlanta. So we'll see how that goes.
My God, today.
Because that trailer was something. But we'll discuss Atlanta another time. So, some people don't want to discuss Atlanta all the time. So we gonna get to that something next week probably. We'll see how that goes. But yes,
Indeed, we shall.
that's next on our radar. It'll be out soon. So yes.
Well, I am signing off. This is B. Maurice.
It's been real, guys. We'll be back soon. This is Day Day, Sexy Boy Day Day.
Oh my
Don't
God.
forget to subscribe to our beautiful page and stuff on Twitter. I mean, on Twitter. Oh my gosh, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch. And when we
Hmm.
have updates, and we will be doing other topics as well, not just housewives. This is a start, but we'll branch off to other things as well. So don't be alarmed. It won't always be housewives, but we're starting out now. But we'll get to other things later on and stuff. And until then, we'll see you guys soon.
Indeed. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon. Long story short, we're out.